Welcome to the baddest show, the election, the land. Josh Times once again on this year's yet another edition of the Josh Times Live. So today we come in to talk about some several issues that are transpiring in the news, and mostly in East Africa. These are pertaining the bleach on democracy, the rule of law, and we are seeing that most of the governments, they are denying people to experience what they call the justice. Justice has to reign as it has to happen. And we are seeing that most of the countries like in East Africa, the Tanzania and Uganda, they're doing something mostly this week, something that has changed the trajectory, where we're seeing that if in Tanzania that we hope that is on the right path, on the right rim of achieving a democratic country, a democratic governance, is turning the wheels aside. So what we're seeing right now is that some of the activists and one of the politicians, those that we think that should be given respect in the region, are being denied access to Tanzania, when we're seeing that Tundu is facing charges, the treason charges in the courts of law there in Tanzania, and which would have not been the case if it was practical and real. And what we're trying to say is the charges that Tundu is facing are mostly political. And this connects, we're seeing that Samia is using his powers as a president to deter people who are coming to also fight in these political charges. She's calling them that these are people coming to do politics. You can't say that they're doing politics whilst the charges themselves are political, you know. So we're seeing also in Uganda the people that are today there's a session today where we're saying that the UPDF Act, remember I talked about this on air back, it was back when, a few shows back, I remember, I'll tell you. One of the shows, these were days where one of the prominent political figures, opposition political figures in Uganda, Kizza Besigye, was abducted from Kenya, paraded in Mercury Court, and some of the few guys came out and saying this is not right. And in these few of those that are activists, this included Martha Kalia, who has just been deterred from going to Tanzania of recent, and we saw that we got an achievement that the Mercury Court was deterred from prosecuting the civilians and people who are pertaining in the civil society, like when someone is not is not affiliated with the military. So this is what is happening today. The parliament is sitting to decide if wananchi can be paraded and the military courts of law, and they are doing this, setting a precedent that there should be other courts of law which are not attached to the ones that are originally known in the Constitution of Uganda. That these are the courts that don't even have a mandate to prosecute and give justice to the wananchi. But we're seeing that is transpiring, and some of the MPs are being given, we are given actually 100 million shillings to prosecute these cases. And in this context, we are seeing so many people are coming out, and they are saying, no, this is not right. Of course, we the activists are saying this is not right. Pertaining to the Tanzania issue, Tundu Lissu, the Chadema, that political party, it's been persecuting power. Even during the times of Magufuli, these heads have been persecuted, they've been incarcerated, some of them are abducted. What we are seeing in Tanzania is a kind of oligarchy. a oligarchy state, because since you can remember that since Chama cha Mapinduzi has been in power, Tanzania still has one test to pass. It still has a test to pass of okay, we've seen presidents changing, but we haven't seen political parties changing, like we saw in Botswana, that power came from one political party to another one. But in Tanzania, we had a hopes high that we're seeing that transpiring to that happening. Let's hope Samia. We actually, when Samia came into power, we thought that she would do the rewind of how the political traits used to be done in Tanzania, and at least the nuts and the bolts, she detached them, you know. But it's tightening. We're seeing a lot of things happening, a lot of chaos, and there is human rights. They are being denied, you know. You see, this is their right. Tundu Lissu has a right to do the politics and has a right to complain about the electoral reforms. Why do you deter this? And if you say he's committing treason, why would you? Okay, this might be right. But is it right, really, for the sake of the country's progress? Of course, we're seeing that there should be at least some kind of humility in this, and people should understand that whilst everything is happening, the nation stays, and we the people shouldn't be divided. We need justice in every form, in every forum. We need a decorum. This is what we're saying. This is what we're saying, and that people should be laid out. People should be deterred from fearing the army. People should be deterred from telling people that this is not the right thing, and they should make it happen. Today, in Uganda, we're seeing our parliament going off seat. What do you think? Mostly when you see your members of parliament getting money, the 100 million shillings, just to see that wananchi being paraded to the martial court, the military courts. Everyone is saying it's not right, and we understand that it's not, and it will never be right. We are heading into a system where it's a military authoritarian regime. It's been there. We've seen nepotism transpiring in the government. What we hope that it would be the best choice turned out to be the mist, and turned out to be a reality of nightmares. This is what we say, that after all the things have transpired, after all the things that have gone wrong, we still think that President Museveni should step down. He should get off power. He should not lead this country in a way that he's leading his dome. This is not a kingdom. And we who are telling us that we shouldn't be in this context, telling people that you're not doing good, you're persecuting what that you can't afford. Once you hurt someone like, let me say, once you hurt someone like His Excellency Bobi Wine because of the words that he says about the government, then you're full. You're not seeing that you don't have better roads, you lack better services, you don't have opportunities for the jobs. Like, recently everything is costly, most of the education. That's why we're seeing most of the people are being enslaved to the Middle East, and you're charging them. You're not bettering your society. You're trying to better off yourselves and taking the land of the people. Why would you do that? Judging them because they have failed, yet your institutions have failed so much. So this is what we say. Once people don't realize their mistakes and come on and say, enough is enough. This is what we got to do. This is what we got to do. And this is we. If you don't do this, then nothing will ever change. So I'm calling upon you, everyone, to send me a message. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me why we can better our society, and definitely how we can come out of this ruthless, inhuman political sphere that have led East Africa to where it is right now. There's a lot of political correctness in our region, and this political correctness has led us to Abbas. We have gone the wrong direction, totally the wrong direction. Everyone just does what they're doing. If you see someone being conservative, you come out and say, no, usually that is what we're planning. You shouldn't be protesting. You shouldn't be doing this. But in real sense, this is not what the law says. They twist it because they understand they have a lot of linguistic, They can do surgical on every statement, on every action, and make you believe that what they're doing is right. I mostly condemn the West. The West still, because they have their political ambiguities, they still fund these guys. They still make them legit, and they legitimate the government. It's giving them more power, and that is the power that they use to sit on the epitome of the human rights of the people. This is not right. This is not right. What I'm saying, you should understand that we are all human and equal. No nepotism can be there, but in what fist? Because recently, look at you old enough, over 80 years. Why would you still kill me? Kill my brother, kill my sister, kill my family? Will those bodies build ours? I come out and talk about me, myself, and what I need. I'm fighting for my rights. I'm fighting for my freedom. But it's so persecuted me because I'm telling the truth that you're tired. You can no longer do this. You can no longer perfect this. Even if when you were still young, you didn't do the right thing. So, do you think we can believe you that you can still do the right thing in your age? Right now, you're calling us grandchildren, and that is absolute nonsense call. Because this is not a kingdom, it's a republic. You should understand that. Your son can't come on the throne. It's not a kingdom, this is a throne. It's a election that brings you here. We understand that if it was dictatorship, and you have done much more better than this and brought better services to the people, then no one would have been complaining like in Arabia. The insurgency that happened in Arabia, it was funded by Europe, because once Gaddafi realized that we had the power, the potential to bring Africa to a better place, they knew that they were losing, and that's where everything ended. So in this part, I'm stopping from here. We're gonna come talk about insightful stories that the Donald Trump accepting the gift from the Qatar, the airplane, and probably we'll talk also about the Ukraine-Russia war, where Zelensky, we saw sent some diplomats, and Russia also sent, and the conversation is still going on, and we still think that it will happen soon. It will happen soon. So in this context, leave your message there. Let us know what you're thinking and what you're talking about. Give us your feedback. We need to build this better community. Asante sana.